10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You.
Oh, hell, Knights at the Gimmick table.
Where we spit the truth, nothing but the truth.
Yeah.
It's myself, Kaide, Lothbrok, and LowRyda, and your brother's MIA, man. He's out there.
No Boogalou today.
He's studying.
He is studying. So, yeah. But thank y'all for tuning in today. And I don't know. Let's see. Guess we could get started by paying some bills, right?
Let's do it, man.
All right, I'll let you start with this one.
You got it. Sleeves for all your athletic wear. Yeah, it's up there, man. It's right here.
I'm ain't even showing it.
Oh man, I'm looking right at that elephant trunk, that dirty boxer elephant trunk right there, man. The ones that your brother rocks. But sleeves, man, for all your athletic needs. They got the arm sleeves. They got the dirty boxers. They got the I Heart Mom with the cancer symbol headbands. For all your athletic needs, man, sleeves. Use code MWAPOD to get your discount.
That's right. And the next one we have is Health Vape. HealthVape.com sells healthy vaping alternatives. All their products have no harmful or addictive chemicals. So make sure you pick yourself up some of their vape and pod products using our code MWAPOD for that 10% discount. Also, people, make sure y'all follow us on Twitter, Instagram at MWA World, and subscribe to us on all podcast platforms at YouTube at MWA Podcast Network. If you're not, check us out on twitch.tv/MWA World. Also,
shirt, man. Get that shirt. Get that
shirt.
shirt.
Storefrontier.com/MWA World, where you can purchase this dope ass shirt that I'm rocking right here. You know, make sure y'all support your boys. You know, we need the love. You know, shit. I'm trying to think if there's anything else we need to plug. I think that's pretty much it, right?
That's it, man.
So
just
let's get this show started. Oh shit, we got Piers Austin already in the building.
There he is, Mr. Australia. All right.
What's up, Pierce?
So what's going on, man? What's new? Anything?
Man, just same old bullshit, man. You know, just trying to.
There we go. I heard I'm popping that cold one already. Here we go.
You know, I gotta enjoy it while I can. You know.
I hear you. I'm catching heat right now. My kid's going to the emergency room. He jammed his finger, so the old lady's running out the door. Yeah, you know. Look, the podcast comes first. That's what I said.
Oh damn, yeah. Forget that kid.
I told her to pick up ice cream on the way home, and I think that got me more heat.
Yeah, I can definitely see.
Yeah, you know, I need my after workout treat, man. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, Pops? How's it going?
What's up, man?
Yeah, man. I don't know. That's definitely not gonna get you the good heat.
That's all right. She'll live. He'll live.
Jim Londos, what's up? How you doing?
What's going on, Jim? But did our guest fix his issues?
I believe so, man. I see him down in the bottom. So you want to give him a little intro right here?
Is the box big enough to fit him? Here we. So, ladies and gentlemen, coming on to the show is a person I know. Unfortunately, LowRyda doesn't know him. Actually, it's not unfortunate. It's actually for your pleasure. But it's Jonny Moose, Excite Wrestling promoter extraordinaire, the only man in New York State to run a wrestling show during the crazy pandemic. He is the inventor of the drive-in wrestling show.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, man, he came up with it. And there he is right there trying to look all dapper and suave in his hat. And, yeah.
This is my can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Oh, good.
Welcome,
This is
man.
my I'm dying look. You guys get the last interview before I die, so congratulations on that.
Oh shit!
Nothing
Quite
but
the-
positivity.
quite the-
Nothing but positivity.
Oh, look at that. Boogaloo says, good thing he has 7 more fingers and 2 thumbs. Oh, yeah. Stockade does look good, man. He looks very handsome.
I am adorable. But, yeah, Jonny Moose. So, Moose, how I know things are a little rough for you right now. I know your son contracted COVID. You contracted COVID for the 3rd time now?
Nah, this is, as far as I know, first official time in 2 years. But in February of 2020, it was iffy. Could have had it, but it didn't feel like it feels right now.
You are a large gentleman, and I worry very much about your life.
Yeah, that's like the time that it's a little bit more risky, you know. If you, I don't know if you have any underlying health conditions, but
not one.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, hey,
he's healthy as a horse.
Hey, you know, you can be healthy as a moose.
There you go.
I'm dying here, guys. I'm glad we're doing
COVID
this.
vet.
So happy that I can be here for this.
Hashtag COVID vet. That's it. But so basically on the show, Moose, we just talk about your back history, how you got started in wrestling, who allowed you in wrestling. You know, so take us from the top, man. What brought you into this crazy, wild world of professional wrestling? What brought you to become a promoter?
My lack of skill and total weight, I think, stopped me from being a professional wrestler. So I became a promoter because of that. I don't know. I started at 9 years old at the arena in Binghamton here, Gimmick, Broome County Veterans Memorial Arena, and saw my first show. All the guys were there, the Hulk Hogan's, Randy Savage, all of them. And I said, I like this a lot. And then I just, with an exception of a short period where I found Amy Fisher, and I thought, man, this is so much cooler than pro wrestling. Back to it. And, you know, I wanted to be a pro wrestler. Went to the school, Institute of Pro Wrestling in Syracuse, and did that for quite a bit.
Who was the trainer over there? Who's training?
Zachary Springate III. He was a guy who trained under Killer Kowalski. Okay. Isis Effects was there. And they were the precursor of what became Squared Circle Wrestling. If I didn't quit, I probably would have been doing that. But I got married, and gas was $4 a gallon, and I didn't want to keep spending all that money driving an hour and a half up to Syracuse and back. They started putting on shows. I started supporting them just because I knew all the guys. And then, you know, I wanted to do stuff to help promote them. So I started selling tickets for them. I got them the Legion where we used to run.
Now, what year?
Help
what year
get
was
them
that
venue.
So what year was this about? What
This was 2000, 2005, 2006. Was 2005 was when I was at the school. I think 2CW started in 2006. So we got that done, and eventually, I mean, I started doing everything I could to help promote them. Tickets I was running a skating rink at the time. We had big jumbotrons at skating rinks, so I'd make promo videos. Nothing made me happier than the Spike Dudley. He's bleeding all over the place at a kid's skating rink. We used to put that video on all the time. from there, eventually I started working backstage, doing promos, helping out with production stuff. I didn't like their sound, so eventually started using my sound equipment. Excuse me. So I just kind of took over their production, started doing all the stuff backstage, and that was the intro into being backstage and doing the wrestling thing. The actual promoting, that was a different story, where there was a company called 3DW. The big
Oh, there we go. There we go.
for 1 year.
There we go.
I was like,
They everything
Ah,
started disappearing. Is everybody there?
Yeah, we're here. We're here.
Uh,
I know
so
you got Wi-Fi up
3DW
there.
ran
Yeah.
for a year. Yeah,
yeah.
Wi-Fi bad apparently. So we did the 3DW thing where pretty much I played for the Rumble Ponies before I played for the Mets in the LB show. We did Rumble Pony shows. I don't know if I'm
Did
supposed
you?
to comment on that
That's
thing.
pretty cool.
Yeah, we'll get to that. He runs the Rumble Pony Stadium. It's pretty epic.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, how did you come across?
But
I guess taking
more or less,
over this
guy.
company. I guess we're getting into it.
Oh shit, man! Your service is trash.
How'd I come across what?
You're cutting in and out here, buddy. I don't know what's going on up there in Binghamton County.
Nighttime Kit took over the Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
Darkness.
Blame Spectrum. It's a
Okay. So you basically took over this company, correct? You purchased it, I'm assuming, or just took over the responsibilities? I think we're
shit.
there we
But
go.
I think he said something about 2CW.
well. What happened
right?
was
Oh, there we go.
He's back.
this guy Fred Spencer. This guy Fred Spencer with some people that were local, and they ended up leaving.
Holy fuck.
This internet connection is pretty epic.
Yeah. You say he's got a mansion, man. How is he too far away from his
I have no idea.
from his router?
I know you got, when you were living in New York, you never traveled past fucking Manhattan, but now he's gone. No, so yeah, like he worked for 2CW. 2CW, there we go. There you go. Look at you. Now you're working. What's going on here?
I'm still seeing him doing this right now.
I got him here on my screen. Can you hear us?
This seems like a very exciting thing here.
Well, that explains. Can you hear him, LowRyda? There we go. All right. So you took over this company. That's where we left off. What do we got going on from there?
Yeah, more or less. I told him I'd help him, and then we started teaming up. He held the license. I was going to help run the shows, and within 4 shows, I put him out of business because we spent so much money and lost so much money. And the 4th show, I was going to not keep going, but we ended up drawing a decent house, not a big house. No advertising, no ticket selling, just people showed up to come to the building. And I said, okay, maybe I can make a go of this on my own. So I bought the equipment from them. I already named the company Excite Wrestling. And I just
so what company
there.
was that you bought? Sorry.
And here we are.
What was the name of the company you bought?
3DW was the name of the company, a horrible name.
Yeah,
3DW.
And now the first Excite show,
it was a horrible name.
The first Excite show, that was the main event was Finley versus Brody versus Joe Gacy, correct?
Yes. Yep. That was our main event. Brody was a surprise. Right there, the first guy I booked was Steve Carino.
Okay.
Because I always wanted him at 2CW, and Josh wouldn't book him at 2CW. So I booked him first, and then Joe Gacy. I didn't know Joe Gacy, and I wanted to do Finley and Sammy Callahan because they had done the thing for Evolve, and I thought, that would be really big here. I think our fans would have liked it a lot. And Sammy was going to be in Europe, and he's like, who you got to get? And he said, Sammy Callahan, and or get Joe Gacy. And I didn't know Joe Gacy, and I messaged him, and he still talks about it today, where he's like, yeah, I got this message saying, hey, I'm going to put you in a match with Finley. Is that okay? And, he would have been stupid to say no, but I think at the same time he thought, yeah, there's no way this is going to pan out, and just another shit-tacular indie that will,
promote something.
And Joe was with me for
let it happen.
Yeah, and Joe was with us until he went to WWE.
Signed, right? Yeah, Joe. Yeah. Would you say Joe was the guy of Excite Wrestling, or would it be someone else? Or
no, I think so. I mean, Joe was if you've ever met Joe, it doesn't take very long for you to instantly like him because he's a very likable guy when he's not kidnapping people or burning stuff. And he helped me out a lot, very much like you do now. When I would have issues, and I have issues, he was somebody I could go to and be like, listen, this is, and he was dealing with the DJ Hydes of the world. So he's already dealt with the shitties of the shit. So
to be fair though, I'm sure Joe has dealt with you a lot nicer than I have. I'm sure Joe hasn't called you a moron on numerous occasions.
Wow. Professionalism at its finest.
Well, I mean, that's just how I am. Almost as professional as this goddamn internet connection he's got going on up there.
Yeah, and this might be this don't. Well, where's Rockshaw live? Because I think Rockshaw lives somewhere up north like that, and he had some fucking horrible internet also when he was on our show. So,
well, he's not reaching that DJ Hyde level. Can you hear us?
Yeah, DJ Hyde.
You go in, you go out. I'm trying to catch everything in between.
Your interview is becoming. Listen, your interview is becoming almost the DJ Hyde level of interview, where it just kept cutting out every 5 seconds.
Yeah, I'm aware. It's fantastic.
So you start Excite Wrestling. You got Joe Gacy, you got Finley, you got Brody Lee, but who are some of the local guys? Like, we like to give a lot of love to the local guys that don't get a lot of attention out there.
Well, the guy that got me in touch with Fred originally was Rob Cook, IB Green. Rob was with me pretty much until he retired this last December. And yes. He's been with us since the beginning. Currently, we have like Sean Carr and LSG, and we have a lot of young kids. We be a combination of indie-rific shows, along with trying to get our students on the show as well. So we have a wide variety circus-like show that we put on.
It is very much a circus-esque show, you can say. Okay. So you were running out of the American Legion, right? That's what the building was called. Yeah,
Post 80 American Legion.
So you were running out of the American Legion, and then I'm sure this will I'm sure there's a few people.
Shoot headbutts.
What is the shoot headbutts in reference for? If they're Timmy C. Moose, any recollection?
Oh yeah, no, shoot headbutt. Yeah. That was a DJ Hyde stupidity that happened at
shocking.
GCW, where he told the kid he was going to do a shoot headbutt and then busted him open because DJ Hyde's a fucking idiot, and we were all just like, "What are you doing?"
At least he gave him a heads up.
Hey, I mean, he gave him.
So I honestly liked having DJ around because it was always
Because you were actually people looked at you as a competent promoter, so that's why.
It was one of those things where it was like having DJ. Don't mind me, just wet screen. DJ, I always wanted to like DJ. He just made it very hard to like him.
This is true.
With some of the stupidity he would do. I always was
true.
trying to root for him, but he just made a lot of stupid. I mean,
Yeah, he got
but
it again.
There he is.
he was difficult to work with sometimes.
So you're in the American Legion,
So-
and then you decide to move, or you get kicked out. I really don't remember what the deal was, but you were, I guess, in a way, you were the guy that kind of founded the idea of mall wrestling, and you got a spot inside the Oakdale Mall. And you're the guy that kind of started that trend.
you
'Cause
know,
now I see it popping up
start
everywhere.
wrestling for
Oh, hold on.
gotta
WCW
tell
did
ya,
that shit way back in the
I
day.
don't
too.
like.
Yeah, hold on, wait. But WCW did it once.
did.
I'm talking about like a monthly show. You know, this guy's he's running out of a Rue 21 here. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
Louis said that,
for
Is it-
straight wrestling, we don't get any credit for anything we do, but you know, the mall thing, that's nifty that I see all these companies going into these dead malls. You're welcome, assholes.
Yeah,
You
there's
think
a
they would
lot
give me
of
credit for any
crazy
of that, but
empty
no.
malls nowadays, right?
Yeah, this guy, dude,
Yeah.
the mall approached him, and he fucking, dude, legit, like he turned this old, like, what is it, a Rue 21 or whatever the hell it is,
Yeah,
Forever 21.
we had a deal originally a year earlier. We had a deal originally a year earlier to go into the mall in a bigger space than we were, and it was a good deal. But I was nervous. Like, what if it doesn't work? I've never had to pay a rent and pay, you know, an insurance fee like this, where we have to, you know, have monthly bills. And they finally okayed it. It took 3 months for them to okay it. We even said, hey, our November show is going to be the last Legion show we do, with the idea that we were going to go to the mall. They finally okayed it. And the day they okayed it, I went to the insurance company to try to carny better insurance. And the mall contacted me and said, well, the owner wants to charge you double what they were charging you. I wasn't even convinced that I should. I mean, don't get me wrong, for the space that they wanted to give me, it was worth the price. But I didn't know that we could cover that. So I said no, and I cut it. And then I didn't want to do wrestling again. And ESW, Brett, who runs ESW, contacted me and said, listen, I'm bringing in the Lucha Brothers. You're going to do a show. And I'm like, I'm not doing a show. I'm done until I do a baseball stadium show in the summer. This was November that I said I was done. And he's like, nope, we got the Lucha Brothers coming in March. You're going to help pay for them. I'm like, okay. And then we did another show at the Legion after saying the last one was our last one. And we put almost 500 people in the building. The second biggest show there.
Just a quick question. Who main evented that show?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, thank you. That'd be me. You could say it. Thank you. I main evented that show, LowRyda.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Where, at the Legion? Or?
At the Legion, man. The
Okay.
you know, 500 plus people. They didn't come for the Lucha Brothers. They came to see me in a death match, but it's okay.
Okay. Did
Yeah.
you do some center block shit?
Of course. Against the, you know, Johnny Moose, listen, you know, he's sweet talking how good of a promoter he is, but he doesn't talk about how carny he is, because he said, don't gig, but if you bleed, there's nothing we can do about it.
Commission guy said no gigging.
Yeah, the commissioner said no gigging.
The funny thing about that was we did the fans bring the weapons match, right? And they, you know, these fans don't know any better. They're just bringing the most god awful things to try to mutilate somebody with.
Hold on.
And I went to the commission.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. You should be studying. Go back to studying.
Why?
Sorry, not you.
Said those poor fans about Stockade being the main event.
That's all right.
Yeah, all right. So I went to the commission guy. And I'm like, listen, you need to go over and you need to look at the weapons and approve what we can use. And he's like, that's not what I do. I'm like, that's what you're doing today, sir. And sure enough, he went and he said, okay, no, okay. And
He was okay with the
we
gusset
weren't in
plates.
trouble for that.
Wait, oh my God.
I don't even know what you guys did. I was downstairs fighting with MGF about how much he gets paid. So I don't even know what you guys were doing.
The crazy shit
No
that
clue.
gets
To this day, I don't even know what that match was.
The crazy shit that fans try to bring when you tell them fans can bring the weapons.
Yeah, man. Yo, these guys are him and his brother were involved in a fans bring the weapons match on Long Island, and someone brought like a shoot rusty ass axe,
an axe.
like a tetanus covered axe, like an axe Jason Voorhees would be using in a movie.
Why would you want to do that?
Yeah, we were like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's just, some of these fans. So you're in the mall, right? We're rocking and rolling. You got one hell of a heavyweight.
Wait, so how'd you get approved for the mall?
Well, what is the lady who ran the mall? She contacted me. Pretty much, my wife started having some health issues, and she's never. If there was ever going to be somebody that tells me to close, it's going to be her. It isn't going to be me losing money. It isn't going to be me fighting with the commission or just giving up. It's going to be her telling me, "Hey, you need to step away." And she finally did that in the summer of 19. So we did the stadium show, the third one at that point. And I was saying goodbye to everybody. I'm like, listen, some other people are going to run Excite. I'll be around, but I won't be around. I'm not going to answer your questions. They're going to handle it. And no less than like 3 days later, the mall contacted me and said, hey, we got a new owner. They're a lot easier to deal with. Come back to us and let's see if we can work out a deal. They put us in the Rue 21, which was a smaller building, but I mean, it's still 6,000 square feet, 6,500. And she didn't get it at first. She didn't understand. But once we did, and she saw what it was, then the mall loved us at that point.
Now you got like a crazy ring around you.
Yeah, this is actually perfect for how he runs his company, and it's just, it's just, oh Jesus. So you're in the mall. You're supposed to quit. You've retired more times than Terry Funk since I've known you.
I've tried, yeah.
You got one hell of a heavyweight champion running and rock and rolling on the shows. And
was that you?
Yeah, of course that was me.
Oh my God!
I gotta listen, man. Mega's got 4 fucking Hall of Fames.
You gotta hype yourself, huh?
I gotta, someone's gotta do it. My old lady doesn't even do it. You kidding me? Listen, this guy right here is my best man at my wedding.
Oh no shit. That's cool, man.
But did you listen to the Aristocrats yet?
No, not yet. Anyway, so before we get into the whole COVID issue, I never asked you the running the Rumble Pony show. Like, what did that really? What went into that? Because it can't be easy to set that up and price and all that. The overhead of what goes into that.
Well, it was the Steve who runs our door today. Came to me. It was meant to be, is what it was, because I said it was in December 19, 18, 17, 16. December 16. I said, listen, I'm going to contact the Rumble Ponies because there was always talk, like maybe we can do a show there or something. I don't know. And I said, oh, I'll do it. And then I didn't do it, true to form. And no less than like a couple days later, business was down, fourth best option. Yeah. He contacted me and said, hey, we want to do something with you. And Steve is he's a sharp guy. That's why when the Rumble Ponies got rid of him, I kept him. I said, listen, I'll do whatever we got to do to keep you around. He's really the only adult in the building most of the time. And pretty much we worked out a deal. Wasn't super beneficial to Excite, but it was not just a monetary deal, but it was also a lot of exposure being part of the, AA baseball team, doing a show in the stadium and all that other stuff. And so the first show we did it with, and it did really well. And we did it the next 3 years.
Who was main event
total, and then we were going to do something different in 2020, but obviously that didn't happen.
Who'd you end up having main event on the stadium show?
Well, the main event of the first stadium show was Sean Carr and Greg Excellent for the Excite title, with Ricky Steamboat as the is that right? I don't know. Ricky Steamboat was guest
enforcer. I'll ask him that question after
the
show. This way, I'm sure he ain't gonna want to talk about funding.
Yeah, we'll go over after. So the first one had Steamboat, and then I think wasn't that the one that also had Bull James on it, or was that not it? I think you brought in Bull as well.
I think that was the second one, wasn't it? Because I think we brought in.
No, I think that was the first one, because then the next one you brought in Mikey. I feel like you had Mikey and someone else as well. I don't know.
The second one was Mikey and why am I blanking on his name? He's with Jericho now.
Hager.
Hagar, yeah.
And then the third one you had Dreamer.
Yep.
And all of these shows were in the, I guess, what would be like an annex parking lot, or like I don't know what you would call that little area.
They had like a kids zone area where they put up big inflatables for the kids to play on and stuff. So we took out all of their stuff, and then we put a ring in there, and we could fit 300-400 people in that area.
And now you're looking to do the actual field, right? Correct? That's the goal.
Yeah. Right now we have a date penciled in August to do a stand. The thing about these shows and why it wasn't super beneficial to us monetarily was because it was connected to a baseball game. So all the ticket money didn't necessarily go to us. They had to take a certain cut of the ticket money to pay for their baseball game. Gotcha. So they got the wrestling and they got the baseball. What we're looking to do possibly in August is a standalone, us on the field, just straight wrestling show. Excite wrestling at the stadium. No baseball game. And we'll see. I'd like to do it.
Will there be explosions?
No.
Okay.
No. It didn't work so well for the other person that did the explosion. So no.
Oh wow. So you got the Rumble Pony show. You're doing well. You got the mall spot, and then you're everything's looking up, man. I mean, hey, look, I know I was the champion at the time, but we were doing well. We were packing house. We were doing close to 400 people every show.
Yeah, between 300 and 400 people. Yeah.
And then here comes March, and the world shuts down. So we've talked personally about it. We don't have to get into any political ideology or anything like that, or where you stand, red or blue, who cares? But I mean, personally, professionally, how did it affect you? With Excite Wrestling, mainly.
It was tough for everybody, but it was hard on us because I had a building and I had insurance and I had rent that was due, and I didn't know how we could survive that with no shows. In New York, if you're not from New York was one of the most
communist.
That's one way of putting it. Yeah.
Just to give you a heads up, LowRyda and his brother are New York born and bred, but they jumped ship to Florida. So you know what I'm saying.
We're loving the freedom.
Yeah, well, the restrictions and everything that they put on people and businesses was hard to deal with. And as it turns out, not getting into politics, and all the numbers coming out now that COVID apparently is a thing while I sit here sniffling because I have it. Yeah, all
Hey,
the places
listen,
that locked
if you
down
do
didn't do.
decide to die on our show, that would definitely probably get us a lot of ratings.
I don't think I'm gonna. They
Hopefully
got me
not,
on.
but, you know.
They got me on some kind of horse tranquilizer, like I'm Joe Rogan. It's
Oh
good stuff.
shit.
I don't.
Okay.
Nice. There we go. Good. Ivermectin. That's what Moose is
Yeah,
taking.
ivermectin. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I don't
Good.
think that's what it is. It's
Oh.
they wanted to get me the antibody infusion thing, but
Oh, the
apparently I'm too
infusion.
young for it. Yeah, they were.
Dude,
Well,
I've
the
heard that
problem
thing
is
is great.
I know they didn't give it to me. Apparently, because I'm fat and asthmatic,
And
they
too
were
young.
worried that I was going to be the one, in the hospital dying. So they did get me medicine, but they tried to get me the good stuff and were rejected. So I'm on. I've had 2 doses of this COVID pill cocktail that came out that the FDA approved, and I don't know. Today I felt pretty crappy, so I think I gotta give it a couple days before I can say whether it's working or not. But
Or it's just a bunch of sugar pills and they're just waiting to see if you drop dead.
could be. I wouldn't doubt it. But yeah, COVID was hard, and I gotta say the Oakdale Mall was one of the best partners I could ever ask for in this situation, and they took care of us when they really didn't need to take care of us, and they really did, and they kept us alive through this whole period. But I we didn't even go into school for 3 months.
Wow.
It happened in March, April, May. I think it wasn't until June that anybody even stepped into the building. Because there was nothing we could do. Everything was locked down. The mall was closed.
Yeah, and you had
And
like a
wow,
double
even.
strike. You had a double strike against you because malls were closed, but so were
Yeah.
gyms. So it was like a double whammy.
Oh wow. That's
and I was working. I started working with the commission guy. Now, New York Commission, a lot of
that
people don't like,
fucking stringent.
and I started talking with the commission guy, who's no longer there, and I said, "Listen, I want to be. I have a venue. I have a building. I have this stuff. I gotta figure out how I can open my doors." And he, his hands were tied. There's nothing he can do. It's not like all of a sudden the commission can overrule,
I'm
Emperor
sorry. What
Cuomo.
month did you say this was around?
I probably started talking to him in May or
Okay.
June.
2019.
And they wouldn't even allow like
2020.
outside shit either around that time, right?
No,
They were
they
still
weren't
just
really
fucking
allowing anything.
locked the fuck down.
Everything was locked down. This is
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the
I
height of it.
remember. Shit, when I went last year, it was still crazy. And
Yeah,
I
but
was like,
this,
holy shit,
dude,
man.
there were no malls. The only thing that was open, dude, were supermarkets, convenience stores, and Walmart and Target, and you ain't doing anything else,
Yeah.
Yeah. But eventually what ended up happening is Cuomo started allowing certain things. One of them was drive-in movies. And I was talking to the commission guy on a semi-regular basis, and I pitched to him, like, listen, they kind of were opening up. They would have their guiding brain fog from the COVID guidelines for the reopening, and
phased
they had
reopening.
drive-ins.
They called it a phased reopening.
Shit. Fucking
And
ridiculous.
they had they wouldn't let me open my school. The one negative to me being so ingrained with the commission at that point was they were watching me. The other wrestling schools in New York were kind of opening up on the download. They were just running, and nobody wouldn't tell anybody they were opening. They were just doing their school. They were watching me because I was trying to get around the guidance, and we had worked out a deal because then they started coming up with the professional sports guidance. And I went to them and I'm like, professional wrestling is a professional sport. Why can't we run? And I was trying to get around all the different guidance. Well, they allow 50% of this or 25% of that. How can I get people in a building? Well, you couldn't. So what I was like, well, what if I did a drive-in wrestling show? People in their car,
Ah, shit.
professional
There we
sport.
go.
It's
Hang
outdoors.
on.
It's not
Hold on,
indoors.
wait. Go back a little
You
bit.
said
You glitched out.
you pitched the idea for the drive-in people in their cars, and then you cut out.
Right. And it's outdoors. It's a professional sport. Can we do it? And it was like a negotiation trying to figure out the right amount. And I guess I'm proud of it. But I had given them the rundown. This is how we're going to do it. I was literally writing how to run a professional wrestling show in COVID with the commission for everybody else, and everybody was trying to shut us down, which is insane. But so we did it.
You mean
and
other promotions were trying to get you shut down?
right? Yep.
Okay.
We and the thing is, I told them, like, listen, we can do it, but it wasn't easy. I had to go to the town, even though I have a place in the parking lot of the mall. The mall was okay with it. The town of Union said, no, you can't have something in the parking lot unless you get a variance to this rule or that rule, and you got to get it approved, and you got to go through so I had to go through town board meetings.
Everybody
Everybody
wanted their cut.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And I had to get a structural engineer to okay my ring at a few $100 just to do
I was
that.
just gonna say a little extra.
It's just
crazy. I want my buddy to get paid on this deal too, so
yeah,
you got to get that checked out.
So
thank you, Pierce.
It wasn't easy, and so what we did was the commission said, okay, you can do it. You have to have everybody tested within 2 days of the event, and this was before rapid tests. This was before at-home tests. This was before any of that stuff.
Nightmare, dude. A nightmare.
I worked out a deal with one of the local, big medical organizations. They had a somewhat rapid test site.
2
where
weeks,
you would
right?
get the results back. Well, it was 2 days. Now, the original plan was, they said as long as you got tested before the event, we were okay. So I had everybody get tested like a week before the event. Then they came to me and said, no, it has to be within 2 days. We'll give you 3 days. And I was like, so everybody's got to get tested again? Yes. So I worked it out with them, and they were antsy about me even saying who they were and that they helped us, because they didn't want people coming after them saying, why are you doing testing for a pro wrestling show?
Mm-hmm.
You could be doing it for people that need it. So some guys didn't get their test results back in time.
You ain't wrong, Louis. You definitely, if you would have been filming this shit, you could have
it was so
documentary, man.
It was so stressful.
Dude, I would talk to him like every day because I wasn't working. He wasn't really working, and literally he was like, "This is gonna put me in the grave. This is gonna put me in the grave." Like it was like he'd be like, "All right, they gave me the approval of this." I'm like, "Awesome. When does the show?" He's like, "Well, now I need this," and then it'd be like another 2 days later. Well, now I need someone to look like the structural engineer. I think from what you told me, he literally came and just went, oh, "Okay, this is
that
good."
looks good.
Yeah, pretty much, right? That's pretty much what he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, you gotta love the fucking gimmicks of New York.
The commission guy, our normal inspector is great. He wanted us to succeed. He wanted us. When I told him after the second drive-in that we're not doing it anymore, he was upset about it. He's like, "No, you're the only one doing anything. You got to keep going." And I'm like, I can't deal with the stress of whether we're going to get these test results or not. It was, and then one of the kids, TJ Epics. I love this kid. He had a positive test 3 weeks before the show, and he came in and he got tested. It came back positive because you could test positive up to 90 days after having it. And he literally got a letter from his health department stating he's fine. He's not contagious. It might have even been 4 weeks. It was a long time. It wasn't like, on that borderline of the 14 days. It might have been a month. And I called the commission guy, and then he put me on the phone with some high up sports medicine director, physician person, somebody I shouldn't be talking to. And she poo-pooed me off, like, why are you even asking me if this guy can perform if he has a positive test? And I'm like, because his health department said he's fine. And she's like, well, it's a positive test. He can't work. And I'm like, you are having me be your trial run for anything. This question is going to come up in MMA, in pro wrestling, in football, in everything. This guy tested positive, but he hasn't been. It's from COVID 2, 3, 4 weeks ago. You need to start looking at this as a decision. Then she kind of calmed down and was like, okay, well, I kind of see your point there. But he couldn't wrestle. He was pretty disappointed about it. We did it, and I hated it, honestly. The idea, I worked around it because the week of the show, I was like, well, at drive-ins, you can sit in front of your car. That's not going to be a problem, right? Because I didn't want people just sitting in their car because the line of sight would be hard.
Yeah, and then you ain't going to get the cheering, and it's definitely,
I mean,
but it was a cool fucking idea.
It was an awesome idea, man. Like I said, he was the only
I didn't know
guy.
you were the one that started that, because I remember, I think DeMonto was doing it after. I remember seeing that, and I was like, holy shit, that's a great fucking idea.
No, DeMonto, I think, did it before us. We were the first ones to do it in New York.
Okay.
Was against the idea altogether because I thought of the idea, what if we do this? And then they put tickets on sale. I had already talked to the commission about it. Then they came out and said they were going to do it, and it sold out like immediately. And I was like, all right, we're going to pursue this further and see what happens. And we sold out fairly quickly too, because people wanted to get out of the house.
Yeah.
And, 5 people called the commission. 5 people called the commission for our first show. Then
get y'all shut down.
We did a second one 2 weeks. Yeah, they tried to get us shut down. Now, I was very public about working with the New York Athletic Commission to get it right. I was very public about, the inspector being there and all this other stuff. And yet people still called the commission trying to tell the commission that set it up and worked with me to make it happen and tell them that, we were doing it wrong. So it pissed off the commission pretty good, which it backfired. It solidified me with the commission at that point until, 2CW happened. And then the that melted away.
Well, we could talk about that too. But so you got done with the drive-in shows, and then I believe you moved back into the building, and we were doing shows that were being advertised as training seminars, correct?
Yeah. So
now you don't have to say anything that will get you in trouble. So I don't want to get you in trouble because I don't know what you can or cannot do to get yourself in trouble. But
no. Here's the deal with the seminars. I told everybody I worked with the commission to do the seminars, but nobody believed me when I said that. In December of 2020, I went to the commission and I said, listen, you wouldn't let me open my school because you called it a gym. Right. And once gyms opened up, I was allowed to open up because we're a gym. Right. We have memberships. The kids pay. We train them. They do. We train them. I have my own venue. So we train them on all aspects of wrestling, interviews, entrances, the matches. I mean, they gotta run matches if they're gonna learn. Right. I'm with you all the way, commission guy said. All right, well, why can't I sell a 2-tiered membership where tier 1 is more expensive and you're allowed to get in the ring? tier 2, I'll sell a 1-day gym pass where you can come into my gym, and if there happens to be pro wrestling matches being worked on, then
You can
that's
observe.
what we're doing. And he was, I
Party
crossed
like
his
a
eyes.
motherfucker.
I crossed
I
his
like
eyes
it.
because, well, the thing was, I was using the state.
Oh shit.
It's this damn internet.
He was on board. He said I have to run it up the pole. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you. We got you.
Yeah. So the one thing I was going to say about the drive-ins, the one thing I'm really proud of is they approved the show, but then they said, "Oh well, we're not going to take responsibility for it, so we're going to send it to Cuomo himself to okay." That's the other reason why the commission was pretty pissed off. People were trying to call and say we were doing something wrong because Cuomo himself okayed the event. So, or his people, they went to the chamber.
Okay.
So that was one of the things because I didn't think there was any way Cuomo would okay it. But so the seminars.
Yeah, exactly. Very clever
we did
with
in
the
December.
wording.
Well, yeah. In December, he said, "I'm gonna have to run it up the chain like we did before. It might take me a couple weeks." He was back to me in 2 days saying, "You can do it, but you got to be very careful on how you word it. You're not running matches. You're running a training session. You're not running a show. You're running a seminar."
Now, I believe these
very-
seminars included a hardcore seminar, a cage match seminar.
Awesome.
Was there a ladder match seminar as well? I can't remember. I know there was definitely a cage and a hardcore seminar.
We did well, the first one we did was not even advertised. I just emailed some of our fans that normally come and said, "Listen, this is what we're doing. It's $20, gets you a gym membership, not a ticket." And we
1 day
literally
gym membership.
Well, he said I can't say it was a 1-day gym membership. He said it has to be a monthly gym membership. Because 1 day seems more shady.
Yeah.
So nobody even knew. Nobody called the commission because nobody knew. And we told people, hey, don't be putting up videos and pictures of it. Be in the moment, watch the show. We built pods so people could segregate themselves from other people. The first one only had like 40, 50 people. But it was able to, pay the guys and pay the rent. And that's all I wanted to do. And
that's awesome, man.
In February, we did the same thing, and I put it out that we were doing it, and a couple people called the commission on that. And then for the next 5 months,
such a cutthroat
time we
business.
put out a poster or put on the seminar, 4 or 5 people would call the commission every time. It was horrible.
Gotta love wrestling.
To the point where I was able to get away with. I did the steel cage one. That one I was pretty proud of, actually. Because I talked to the commission guy. I'm like, listen, we're doing a steel cage. And he's like, well, how's that student? I'm like, listen, these kids need to learn how to wrestle in a steel cage. And we did. We did a seminar in the cage with HT Logan, teaching kids how to do a cage match. It was the best thing ever.
There was one seminar that kind of ended the seminars. Who was a part of that?
No, gotta be. Of course. Fucking Stockade.
You're a dick. I said, don't do any of that. And then you did all of it.
Way overboard, right? Way overboard, I'm sure.
Cinder blocks. And I think he had some kind of like curved knife of some sort that got added in. Like,
hey,
the commission guy called me and was like, what are you doing? He's like, you can get away with that, but you can't. How do I tell you that has any kind of educational value whatsoever?
It was a deathmatch seminar.
Yeah, the lawyer didn't agree.
Well,
the commission lawyer said no, and it got our last seminar canceled because I had to. At that point it was the summer of 2021.
It's a wonder I'm still even booked anywhere.
I was just gonna say, man, you getting motherfuckers shut down.
Well, look, I'm adorable. He has to keep me around.
Yeah.
So
So our
No wonder why you
experience
got to make
with
the
COVID was
best man.
So you get through all that, you get back in the building, we're rocking and rolling. I mean, how you feeling now? I mean, how you feeling about things? I know.
So he's not feeling good.
Well,
How am I
yeah.
feeling? Have you not been listening? I'm dying here.
No, I know,
That's
but
how I'm feeling.
I know it was a slow start at first, with people slowly coming back in. But I feel like, we're back to full steam, man. I mean, even last show, you were having a fucking panic attack, and you definitely drew house. I don't think it was anything what we were doing, but it was definitely close to 300 people.
Yeah, I mean, the first 5 shows we did over 300 each show, and then COVID happened. And the first show we did in August of 2021, I treated it very much like almost like the seminars we were doing. And those seminars were pretty good. Like we were bringing in all kinds of talent that I decided to do a tournament, a 32 guy tournament where one of the best guys in New York. We had Daniel Garcia and all those guys. And when we did the August show, it was very similar. So I think people got a little confused on the idea of it being a real show again versus like what we were doing with the seminars. It was weird because the seminars only drew so well, and it didn't make sense to me because it was just the wording. It's a seminar, not a show, and because they can't call it a show, people didn't want to come. But what they were getting was a show. It didn't make sense to me. But once we started up, August was a little slow. September was really slow. That we decided to run a Sunday on the opening weekend of NFL. Apparently, not the best idea to do.
Yeah, NFL is like the king, man.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Even with wrestling fans, man, it's a lot of wrestling fans are just fans of wrestling and not a lot of other sports. But you got to get the parents to drive the kids. You got to get the parents to drive, or the chaperones to drive the idiots.
Well, the thing was, we did a show in November with Matt Cardona, and we drew almost 500 people. And
Cardona's definitely bring them in there, man.
Quick question: what was the main event of that show?
Oh, here we fucking go.
Well, that was because
who are you, Mega?
I gotta get my shit in.
This guy's over here hyping
Matt wanted to work,
like
mid show so he could leave.
I want to drive that distance.
Moose's words were, "I don't know how I could put you, Masada, Raver, and Loke in a cage on before anyone else." He goes, "It has to be the main event." I was like, "You're damn right it is."
Okay.
Anyway, go back. I just had to get myself over.
Yeah, we did do a cage match, didn't we? Yeah, we remember these things. So the weird thing about that was we had almost 500 people, but the reaction was okay. The next show in December, we had Ethan Page, and the crowd was the lesser crowd, but much louder, and it felt almost like the pre-pandemic shows. And then from there on, even if the houses weren't as big, there's still 200-300 people, but the reactions are finally getting back to where they were. And that to me is important too. Obviously I want to have as many people there as I can so I could buy as many 9 Inch Nails tickets as I can.
It's hard to stream when you got a mask over your face like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
people were on us about masks.
Fortunately, we're done with that. So
it's fucking great news.
Yeah. Dan Barry was mad about me not having a mask on. Who knew that he
really?
Yeah, he wasn't feeling it. But hey, look, you live.
Here's the thing. I wasn't. I didn't
very sensitive, bro.
Symptoms until 3 days after the show, and I wasn't contagious. Shit. I got exposed the day of the show, and I had a negative test. And because of my relationship with the commission currently, I couldn't take a chance of not being there, and that would be the one that they show up at and shut us down.
This is true.
So,
But yeah, man. So Excite Wrestling. I mean, plug the next show. What the future plans, and what I know what's going on, but our audience obviously doesn't know what's going on.
Well, we have a show on May 7th. That was supposed to be a steel cage match that looks
Oh shit!
they're getting an exclusive.
Hang on, hold up. All right, try again.
May 7th, cage match. That's all we heard.
Yeah, it'll probably be delayed to June, whatever the June date is, June 6th, maybe.
So you're not moving. So you're not moving the date. You're not moving the date.
I wanted to, but Steve told me that we've already sold tickets, and then we can't.
Okay,
that's what I was told today.
So when are you
I get told
when are you trying to run another stadium?
That late August right now. We have a date tentative. Unfortunately, the season opened this week, and they were so focused on getting all the stuff they needed to get done for opening week that apparently pro wrestling wasn't at the top of their to-do list. So hopefully next week we'll solidify those plans.
The real question come that stadium show, are you not going to book the Dead Presidents? That's the question that I want answered. The Dead Presidents being my friend LowRyda and his brother Boogalou.
Yeah, there you go, right there.
There you go. So you need to. They're New York boys. Get them a flight and let them beat somebody up. Possibly the tag champions.
We can
in my personal opinion, being the guy that I am, I said, okay, if we're going to be on the field, we have the biggest space we've ever had for a show. So I feel like we should do 2 rings and
War Games.
Do the WCW Battle Royal. I think that's even better than War Games.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Well, as long as the Dead Presidents are on the show, we're good.
I got to tell you.
That's the whole point of this podcast, is to Shanghai you into booking them.
I see now. I was supposed to be I was supposed to be shitting on people. Why aren't we shitting on people?
Yeah,
I've heard
go ahead, shit on whoever you want, man. I got one story to tell about you, but by all means, we could.
No, go ahead, tell your story.
This podcast is all about if you want to air your grievances, like this is Festivus. Feel free,
yeah, man.
Bro.
Who do you want to shit on? Go ahead. You want me to start throwing some names out there? You want to start burying people?
We can throw some names out there if you.
What do you want to
do? I don't really know who you worked with, but the only people I really know that worked over in 2CW were All Money Is Legal, because we used to work with them regularly back then. But I don't know if they were there when you started over there. Dizzy, Ajax.
Oh no, they were
guys.
there.
Okay. Yeah.
So
those are all my boys there.
LDC.
Name association.
Let's
do it.
LDC. How do we feel?
Who's LBC?
LDC. He's a Binghamton original.
Icon of the area. He is, he made the tank tops and the khaki shorts. He made that into something.
Yep, there we go.
There we go.
So good. So good.
What the Keith Zimmerman.
I mean, I don't know if you know this. Mid shitting. I mean, that's what's happening now.
Yeah, pretty much.
You guys disappeared, but I'm here. I don't know if you're there. Binghamton wrestling drama is like the worst thing ever. I didn't realize how horrible Binghamton wrestling drama really was.
Yeah, there's apparently a lot of drama. And there he goes.
And he gone.
Oh, there he is.
I'm right here.
He's gone.
See what happens when you start shitting on somebody? Karma, motherfucker.
Hey, make sure y'all follow us on Twitter and Instagram at MWA World. and subscribe to us on all the podcast platforms and YouTube, MWA Podcast Network. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/MWA World. And
Don't forget Excite Wrestling.
Make sure you guys get your Hell Vape. Use our code MWA Pod. Get that 10% discount. Get your dick sleeve from sleeps.com. Use the code MWA Pod, 10% off,
All right.
And if they don't want to give you 10% off, if you actually mention Piers Austin's name, you get an extra 5%, bro.
There you
just
go.
Type his name in there.
Dick sleeves, bro.
Dick sleeves. Very needed.
Very needed. I mean, I don't know about you. I don't know if you last time you seen yours was probably fucking when Clinton was president.
I did pack on some pounds, so
there
he goes. He's
there back. It is. So we're shitting on so Keith Zimmer. Go ahead. You want to start shitting on people?
Keith Zimmer was the guy that got canned by Fred Spencer and was going to run against him, and he's the reason why I own Excite today. After the 4th show, when I was debating whether I'd close or not, it was Keith and LDC who kept running their mouth, and I said, well, shit, if they're going to run their mouth, I will run to spite them. And they don't understand. I get these moods where I just want to quit. I want to be done. And then the assholes, they can't help themselves. They gotta talk shit. They run these shows at in front of like 12 people. But we all have eyes. There's 220 people there, apparently. But Excite Wrestling only draws 30 people in a Route 21. That's these guys in a nutshell. They can't just be cool. If they could just be cool, everything would be fine. But no, they don't know how to be cool. I don't say shit to anybody, but now I'm on a podcast because I'm about to die. So I have nothing left to lose here.
Well, who else, man? Who else has got the ire of Moose? Who else has got you all fired up?
Well, LSG has the ire of Moose.
Well, that's just because he's
got the ire of me.
Okay, well, why?
Well, because I have to move my cage match because he told me that he's not coming. So I guess that's how that goes.
All right. Who else we shitting
on? We can always shit on TJ Epics. There's no reason why we shouldn't shit on TJ Epics.
What about that beady-eyed, millie-mouthed Sean Carr? What can we shit on him about?
I don't know. I don't want to piss him off, and then I gotta.
And he'll leave again.
I
love you, Sean.
I like having Sean around. When he disappears, that's when I start going off the rails.
Let me ask you a question. Have you okay, hey, there you go. Come on, Stockade, man. Would you ever cross promote with the Omen Rockshaw?
What? You guys think I pay attention to anything pro wrestling? What is that?
You don't know the Omen Rockshaw?
I don't think he knows the legend.
No, I don't know anything.
Look up Rockshaw.
If I didn't do it, it's bullshit.
Look up Rockshaw versus the N-word Taker. Epic match.
Well, I've heard of him.
Yeah, Rockshaw.
I feel like you guys are.
No, I'm dead serious.
Trying to get me canceled is what's gonna happen.
No, that's why I said N-word Taker. We're not trying to. I'm not trying to get us canceled.
Yeah, we're not we're not about that cancel life.
Hey, listen, it's gonna happen.
The key to not being canceled is never apologize. Don't apologize. You can't be canceled. That's where people go wrong. I'm sorry. As soon as you say I'm sorry, you're guilty, and then you're gonna be canceled. That's where people go wrong.
This is true.
And honestly,
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was gonna say.
No, I was gonna say. I wish somebody listened to that advice a couple shows ago. I wouldn't have lost a tag partner.
Oof. Yeah, we've had our share of canceled guys at the Excite. I gotta tell you, I miss Joey Ryan.
You know
what,
man?
He did scumbaggy things.
A lot of people I like Joey Ryan. I found him entertaining for the most part. The dick flip, Would I have done
No,
it?
everybody should
No.
do a dick flip. Hey, if you're not doing the
my
dick flip,
thing.
I feel like you're not a good pro wrestler. That's my personal
You
opinion.
know what? I gotta tell you, when I saw Scott Steiner do it, though, I was like, "Holy fuck, this is fucking ridiculous."
Mick
Yeah.
Foley did the dick flip.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Scott Steiner takes the business a lot more serious than Mick Foley does, though.
Hey man, I took the dick
Well,
flip through a table, so
Did you? Wow.
I fought Joey Ryan with Thor's hammer against a giant blow pop. So I mean, we went all in with the ridiculousness, and then
And then
yeah,
he's canceled.
and then he got canceled. Now I'm not allowed to ever air that clip because I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah, if you want to get
Yeah,
canceled,
how
I
dare
love
you.
with Joey Ryan. I know.
Hey,
I
go ahead.
had a plan for my dick flip. I was my dick flip
you
was
gonna
I
use
can't
your
flip
face?
because I'm a big fat fuck. But I was going to take a face plant and just watch him lose his mind. Thought that would be
Oh
good.
boy. So, but yeah, man.
Then we got Joey Ryan. We had David Starr. Got canceled. Dave Chris.
I'm gonna
He
get
got
canceled because of this internet.
We're gonna,
He
you better
I-
cancel Spectrum.
You're killing us here with this internet. Look, you see, you
I'm
start
here
talking
now.
about people that be canceled. I know you are. You talk
apparently
about
I'm not
people who are
allowed to
gonna-
talk about the. Canceled.
You're gonna get canceled, exactly.
Hey, so what's the craziest shit that you've had happening for you while running shows or while at a show?
When I was out at ringside at the stadium, the second stadium show, I was at ringside, and camera guy comes by me and says, "Ooh, can't believe that just happened." Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, I can't hear normally, anyways. And I'm like, what? And then another person walked by me. He's like, "Oh, I can't believe Rob hit a kid." I'm like, "What do you mean hit a kid?" And then my production guy comes out from the back, and he doesn't come out in front of the people often. And he walks out to the ringside. He's like, "You need to walk with me right now because Rob punched a kid in the face." And I go back there. And there is a 10 to 12-year-old kid holding his face, just bawling. And I'm like, what? Oh, no. And then he takes his hand off his face, and he was holding it so hard that it looked like he had a broken nose. And I'm like, oh, my God. Rob Cook broke a 10-year-old's face.
Wow.
So that was a thing.
Now, how did he hit him?
Uh,
Was it like my hand went back and
Well,
slapped him, or did he actually like, bam, hold that kid?
Well, here's what happened. Because I was ready to quit wrestling after this. Don't mind me. I'm just coughing here. They were having a brawl at the back of the entrance area where there was a lot of extra room, where the guardrail stopped and there was a lot of room. The whole idea was they were going to do a spot where I think Rob, Sloppy Joe incident. Well, we can talk about that later. The time I ruined a GCW main event, we can talk about that too. I think Rob was going to jump off the one-story balcony party deck to everybody. But they're all fighting. This kid ran away from his mom, ran to the back there, and while Rob was in the middle of his fight there, grabbed him by the back of his shirt and yanked him back. Rob thought he was one of the wrestlers, and hit him with a pro wrestling punch while holding a can. He hit him with a can.
Hey, fuck it. Don't get involved.
Well,
You don't want to get hit. I don't give a fuck if you're a 10-year-old kid.
Well, the kid, I think, was autistic, and
fuck.
And I think this was one of those things where we had security there, and he pretty much got by everybody into the middle of a thing. So
yeah, it was just a mess.
His mom came back there and was All right, stop crying. You're fine.
Did
Because
you have to give
apparently
him like a
gotten
autograph
into
from everybody or some shit?
well, yeah, we took care of him, but
Okay.
I think
fuck.
this is something where he would get himself into trouble often, and this was just another one of his adventures kind of thing. But it didn't change the fact that I was distraught over the situation.
After having the high moment of working with your favorite wrestler, Mikey Whipwreck, this was taken away from you.
Well, I no after I went and saw him crying and having you know, he didn't have a broken nose, he didn't have anything. He was just holding his face. Then I had to go back to the ring to do my silly spots. So yeah, the highs and lows on that one.
So Johnny Moose. So yeah, man. But we, May 7th, Excite Wrestling. We'll
Yep,
definitely
May
get you back
7th.
on. We'll definitely get you back on.
We'd
in the
love
future.
to get you back on, man. You could tell us some other crazy stories that would.
Yeah, we got a ton.
Yeah, maybe you can
maybe
have better internet next time.
Yeah, man. We'll get this internet fixed. Maybe you can do it from the
My
building
internet
itself.
is-
But definitely, man.
Well,
and
I
definitely
can-
listen.
Yeah.
The
If
dead
people-
presidents. Get the
If
dead
people
presidents on.
if people want to reach out to you, how would they find you?
excitewrestling.com/tickets is how you buy tickets. We're gonna put them on sale tomorrow. Now that I'm not changing the date officially, they've already been on sale. People were already buying them, but we're gonna have the actual ticket link all ready to go.
And where can they
And
watch
then-
Excite Wrestling via the internet?
Excite Wrestling. Okay, so it's Twitch. You guys are on the Twitch, right?
Okay.
Twitch.tv/Excite Wrestling. If you want to watch wrestling, that's where you can watch it. Our Facebook usually is the most up to date. Facebook.com/Excite Wrestling. Also, our Twitter, where I will respond on the Excite Wrestling Twitter like it is me and not a company. That's at Excite Wrestling. Yeah. Just realized that Joe Gacy is going to win the NXT title, and it was because of me.
There you go.
Because of me.
Take the whole credit.
Yeah, man.
But
Take
we
that fucking credit.
Yeah, man. We appreciate it. You know, I love you. You're going to be my best man at my wedding, even though I didn't ask you and you shanghaied me into it. So I appreciate you.
I like it, man.
And,
he puts you as the main eventer.
He did.
He deserves it.
Yeah. So listen,
Gilbert Gottfried died, and I told you to go watch him, and you didn't, and then he died.
Do you not see all these?
You
listen,
killed Gilbert Gottfried.
Listen, look.
I love Gilbert Gottfried.
I go to the gym. I know you don't know what a gym is. You know, I got all these animals behind me. I got a life, man. All right, I will get there when to watch this thing, and I will then talk to you.
Rock the Lagan.
Yeah,
he's great as Iago.
There you go. But I appreciate you, man. We appreciate you. So thank you for coming on.
Thank you, Moose.
You got it, guys.
I do
Thank
appreciate you, man.
I
Shit.
Well, fuck
my
'em.
bad.
But we do.
Sorry,
have...
bro.
It's all right. That's the perfect way to end it right there. Fuck them. But I believe you got somebody waiting in the wings. A special guest.
We have a little quick
little surprise.
Boom!
There she is.
What do we got here?
It's me again.
It's my girl right here.
Thanks for
So
tuning in.
Boogaloo is going to be very upset that he's not on, but he very much wanted to be on for this. But you know, it's what are we 3 days away from the big return?
This is gonna be exciting.
3 days.
Everyone's talking about it, so just wanted to get your thoughts on it. You know, I've already given you.
The promo was fucking awesome, by the way.
Both of them were fire. Both of them were awesome.
Dude,
I haven't seen the second one.
Oh yeah, the second one's up. I never got to cut promos in my entire wrestling career, like maybe 3, 4. So now that social media is around, oh fuck, I'm gonna have fun with this.
Bang awesome. Do them all. Listen, it makes my job easier. I ain't got to talk, so I'm happy
That's
with
what the managers are for.
But yeah, no, look, I mean, we've been texting nonstop back and forth. You know, I already told you I appreciate everything, but you know, I just wanted to get your thoughts on it. I know you've been doing podcasts. Every time I turn around, you're doing a podcast here and there.
All right, Jay, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
I get no love. That's ridiculous. You realize this is 2 shows without
1723. That's my dude. I may know him. I don't know, but hey, shout out to you, bro. I appreciate that.
You realize this is 2 shows in a row now without our friend.
I know he doesn't care about us anymore.
I'm scared.
Yes, Foxy returns.
But
Louis said he's
here we go, right?
There's Louis.
Pants got tight.
But
He's just
Besi-
happy to see me.
I just wanted to get I wanted to get you on here. Boogaloo wanted to get you on here to promote it. It's a big deal for all of us, especially me. But I know also more so for you. So just wanted to put it out there. April 16th, IWA Vintage Pro Wrestling.
And we're getting the return of Foxy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and it hasn't hit yet. It has not hit yet. I'm still looking for my gear bag. I can't find it. I might have to go buy another one tomorrow. I can't find my gear bag.
It's buried.
Yeah.
Just take Damien don't got a gear bag.
Yeah, but it's really big. I'm a girl. My clothes are not. I don't bring wrestling boots. I don't bring tape. Like I don't need all that. Well, no, I'll bring tape.
Book bag then. You'll be all right.
Well, yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm stoked. I'm beyond excited. Like I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be fun. I know.
Is this gonna be on the internet or?
I plan on having it filmed by somebody just to get it out there because this has to be filmed. But,
and there's gonna be a butt ton of pictures because I got like people from Rhode Island that are coming.
Listen, I'm gonna work on that. Listen, I'm gonna work on that, Johnny. I've already pitched Foxy for Binghamton. That's on her if she wants to take that fucking drive.
It's a ride, man.
It's a ride up there.
I know my car is not exactly a long distance driving.
We could always figure out a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. But yeah, like I said, I've actually had a lot of people this past Saturday at Binghamton actually brought it up that you're coming back. Like I was like shocked. A lot of like
what?
Yeah, HC Loke asked me about it. Barry asked me about it.
What?
Yeah, guys were like, "Yo, Foxy's coming back." I was like,
crazy.
"Yeah."
That is crazy.
It's getting up there. I'm actually surprised, so I'm happy.
Same.
So it's gonna be a fun time.
Listen, I think I'm very happy to know that you're making a return, whether it's a short return or a full-fledged comeback. I'm excited.
Only time will tell.
Yeah, fuck it.
Hey, look, May 21st. Keep that calendar open because that's the next date down there. So,
crap.
Look at that. Fucking Pierce says it was on the Meltzer report.
Yeah, my ass. He probably got it all wrong anyway.
But yeah, so that's it. I just wanted to get you on, promote it, and if you had anything to say.
The only thing I can say is that I'm greatly looking forward to it, and we got to put on our best shit because, like I said, I got friends from Rhode Island coming to this. It's strange. Okay. They just asked for the info. They're like, "All right, we'll see you there." I'm like, "That's like a 6-hour drive, guys." Hey, but
you ain't gotta worry about me, sweetheart. I've been doing this long enough now. I know what I'm doing, so I trust you.
It's our time.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. But I don't mean to cut this short. My old lady's coming back from the hospital with the stepkid, so I'm already getting healed out, and she ain't got my goddamn ice cream. So,
Mr. Mom.
There we go.
Unfortunately, yes.
So, but yeah, I'm gonna have to jump off in like 2 minutes before they get back home. But
go ahead, do your thing. I love you guys.
Wait. Yep.
And Foxy, I'll see you Saturday.
You got it, man.
I'm excited for the return of Foxy. Everybody, make sure y'all tune in Friday for Killing the Business.
Mega and
Angel. Make sure you tune in next week. Who do we got next week?
I think Nick Burke is finally joining us on the podcast.
Shit, Nick Burke. Wow.
Nick Burke, the guest that has the long-awaited Nick Burke, and hopefully, give me that. We'll get me that graphic, and we'll get him on, and we'll go.
So that's this weekend. You're going to be.
I believe Nick
working
Burke,
with.
This weekend, Foxy, April 16th. The promoter's gung ho about it. He loves it, and she's like Foxy. She's a professional. Yeah. So
always. Shit! Look at that, shooting the shit with GGP.
Oh boy,
your boy, the Greek god Papa.
Pierce, don't be prepared to not get a word in. Not a single word. But yeah, man, I'm excited. Like I said, from being a little fanboy of Foxy before when I was training to getting to work with her, and for me, it's giving back to guys and girls that have been there for me. So like for you guys to get you guys up in Binghamton, which I've pitched you guys numerous times, but getting to her to come back and listen, I'm hopeful that one of the guys I didn't get to work when he was there was Damien. If I can drag hashtag Foxy's husband out of retirement for one more match, I can get
That'd
it.
be awesome.
So, but yeah, man, that's like I said, just trying to give back to you guys for everything you've done for me in the past.
Listen, bro, we always appreciate it, man. We've had great stuff, and the show is awesome. You added a whole new aspect to it, so I'm glad that
I
you've been
appreciate
on
it.
with us, brother, and glad to have some of your guests that you've brought on, because so far everybody you've brought on has been cool as fuck, man. And
Except for this fat idiot and his shitty
hey,
internet. But
man, he just has shitty internet.
no, I love him to death. But we'll definitely, like I said, man, I'm not trying to use this podcast to do anything other than promote myself, my friends, and
that's
guys.
why we started, man.
Yeah.
When Pierce offered us this platform, man, we said, you know what, man, we just want to bring motherfuckers on that we feel like deserve the shine, that don't get it as often as a lot of these cats do.
And we definitely got to get Moose on, because dude, there's a lot of stories. Like I said, I wanted to get on to that whole COVID thing, because to me now it's like that's a
dude,
big deal.
that's crazy.
But there's stories. Shit. This guy's got stories about running Coney Island. Issue,
cool.
The commissioner coming down on him for Brody Lee's son being in the ring. There's a lot of shit. So
wow,
yeah,
that's
man,
awesome,
we'll definitely
man.
get him on.
We'll get him back on, man. I'm sure Louis would have some good questions for him.
Absolutely, too. But I don't want to run, but my old lady's like coming in. I'm gonna get my ass kicked.
Shit.
So.
We even got Guap on the
there
podcast.
We go.
What's up, Guap? Miss you, bro.
Later.
Yeah. I'll wrap it up for us.
Yeah, man. Thanks. I'm sorry, man.
Safe. No, you're good.
Later.
Hope the kid's good, man.
I'll talk to you guys. Yeah, I'll text you guys once I know everything.
All right.
Later, man.
Later. But yeah, folks, thank you for tuning in. Yeah, he definitely should book the Dead Presidents, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Thank y'all all for tuning in. Make sure y'all tune in next week. We should hopefully have Nick Burke. If we don't, we'll have somebody else. We'll get this shit popping. Catch me on Tuesday on the Noah's Board Sports Show, where me, Mega, Boogaloo, and Kenny the Bounty Hunter will be talking all things sports. What? God, I was pulled because yeah, man, it happens, bro. It happens. We got this. Our co-host got pulled, man. His wife is home. The kid got hurt. So, but yeah, make sure y'all tune in. Shooting the Shit Uncensored on Saturday. He's got Greek God Papadon. Make sure Friday you guys check out Killing the Business with Angel and Mega. And make sure you could tune in next Wednesday and catch us on here with whoever. There we go. Look, Pop says his other son. All right, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in. And make sure y'all get your sleeves.com, get your dick sleeves, get your dirty boxers, and get your healthvape.com. Use our code MWAPOD for both of those. Get those 10% off. And I'll see y'all next week, guys. Thank y'all for watching.